Hi. Welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I am Sonia, also known as Sweet. Hey, fam. Hi. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are not fam yet, or maybe you like to be fam, I don't know. My channel focuses on lifestyle primarily. So it is like my journey. You'll notice it's a sweet journey. My name is Sweets. And so it's my journey through health and fitness and travel and work and all the things. And so if that is something that you find interesting, please keep watching. All right. So this video is just a little bit of a lot of different things. It is Friday. Happy Friday. And I am so excited. I think I'm going to put on a hat. I'm doing my hair this weekend. I will probably do a video about it. I'm going to put some crochet in, which I love. But right now I'm looking a hot mess. So I'm going to put on a hat real quick. So I am getting ready for a couple of things. I went to see my godson. He graduated from kindergarten. Oh, it was so cute. It was so cute. I actually teared up a little bit. I love him so much. I'm back home. I've gotten comfortable because I had a couple of calls that I took from the car. And I just wanted to check in on a couple of things. There's a couple of things. My teeth. I just had cheese puffs for breakfast. Don't judge me. And I say maybe like for a part of my breakfast because what I've started to do is eat boiled eggs in the mornings. And so that's what I'm making right now, boiled eggs. You see, I have my coffee. And so I just want to sit down and talk to you about a few things. So let me get my eggs together and then I'll be right back. Okay. I know you saw those perfect eggs. And I realized when I was on vacation recently, I realized that all I need on a boiled egg is a little bit, well, maybe a lot of it, but some lemon pepper. Look. Listen, that's all you need. That's it. A little lemon pepper. No salt. It's so good. Okay. All right. Let me eat this, and then I'll be right back and close out. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you in a minute. All right. So I am done eating, and I just want to take this time to talk a little bit about the process, trying to be healthy, some wins, some losses, I don't know, a lot of things. So I think I'll start with where we are, which is at breakfast. And I think I want to count this as a win because I think it is an actual good step in the right direction of what I'm trying to get after. And so when I think about my goals and what I want to do and how I want to be, I really do want to have a healthy breakfast, and having 2 to 3 boiled eggs feels really, really good. Feels like a wonderful plan, and I like it. And so I want to continue to do that. I think there's a couple of other things that I want to add. So I love the idea of having having boiled eggs for breakfast. That feels supportive of my goals. I think the second thing is I definitely want to add maybe like protein shakes for one of my meals. And so one of the things, hopefully you're noticing that I am choosing to pivot from the plan that I had. If you don't know about the plan that I had, look at the video from last week. It was week 1. I'm in week 2. I'm trying, fam. I'm trying so hard. It is a process. And I really thought it was important to just bring you all along on my process because, some of you will hold me accountable, and thank you for that. And so there's something about just making sure that I have a plan that I can actually work with. And so one thing I was thinking is let me just kind of play in this space and make healthy choices and not be like, I literally had locked myself into like a 6 or 7 week plan, and I'm just like, that's not sustainable for me. However, I do want to be in a plan. I just don't want to be locked into it. And so where I am right now is I love the idea of boiled eggs until I'm sick of it. Maybe I fry an egg, maybe I scramble, but I love eggs. And we have a lot of them because panic, when egg prices went up, we decided to buy a bunch of eggs. And so we have a lot of eggs, and so why not use them? And so the first thing is those eggs. The second is like a protein shake to replace a meal. I think that would be nice as an alternative even to breakfast. So I think I'm thinking about that until I write it down. All of this is just ideation. I'm going to be writing down what the actual intention is for this week. And one of my favorite quotes, and I always mess up the direct quote of it, but Oprah said something like, once you set an intention, you begin to behave in the direction of that intention. And so that's what this is. All right, so then, so that's kind of the eating, and I won't make it really complex. I do know that 5 goals is probably way too much, and so I'm gonna scale back on that because why make it like impossible for me to meet? I think from a growth perspective, and I do learning and leadership as a career, and I work with leaders all the time, and 5 goals is really too many. 1 to 3 goals is what we encourage people to do. And so why am I doing 5? I don't know. So I think 1 is around eating. And so something around creating like a sustainable eating plan for how my days look and making sure that I have that in the house and all the snacks are gone because that's also a problem. The second thing is around like movement. And so movement for me is I had 5,000 steps. I had said in week 2 I was going to add another 1,000 and I was going to be at 6,000 steps. That is not a good plan for me. I have been in flare up. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I've been in a flare. Of course, you're my family. Sorry, but I just have to say it because some of you are not my family. But I my legs have been swollen, my knees have been swollen. I've still been getting my steps though. Like I've been intentionally getting up and walking when I can. What happens is when I sit for too long, my legs really are impacted, and so they'll swell, my knees will swell. And when I was on vacation this past weekend, I really had a bad, I don't even know if it was a flare up. All I know is the back of my thighs and my calves, especially on this left leg, swole, and then my ankle swole, and it was just difficult to walk. So a step goal is probably not good for me. So if I get 5,000 steps, great. If I don't, great. One thing that I do want to lean into is yoga and stretching. And so I think I'm going to just make it simple because that feels right for me, just to get in the flow of things. If I go to yoga one time this upcoming week and I stretch one time this upcoming week, we're going to count that as a win. Because right now, the workout plan is not working. And so I am going to just I'm going to make it to yoga at least once. And I mean, make it to yoga. I'm going to leave my house. I'm not going to do it on television. My stretching I do in my house because it's on an app on my phone. So just yoga and stretching. So eating, it's like making sure that I have like a breakfast, a protein shake as a replacement meal, and then one meal. And then my movement is going to be yoga and stretch. And I'm just going to focus on that. And then the last thing is hydration. I think it's Nicole. I was so happy. In the comments, in my last video, in the comments, Nicole said, you don't have to do 8 bottles of 32 ounces of water. You can do 4, and that's perfectly fine. Nicole, if you are watching this, you are the real MVP in this moment. You are the real MVP in this moment. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And so that's what I'm going to do. 4 bottles of water, and right now I am drinking bottles of water because that's just where I am. It's where my household is. So please, again, let's kind of not judge. We listen and we don't judge. Please and thank you. So yeah, and really that's just, what is that, 128 ounces of water. I hope that math is right. If not, I'll put a correction somewhere on the screen. But 128 ounces of water, I can do that. And that a day. That feels really doable. And so just those 3 things. Easy peasy. And so I'm going to do that because I found that I need to kind of bring it down a little bit so that I can build it up to like literal habits that I can do for life. So that is where I am right now with my health journey. And, you know, we're in week 2. I'm not going to weigh myself. I might not weigh myself at all. Really, for me, what matters is how I feel and how I look in my clothes, because I love how I look in my clothes when I'm looking right. I hate when I look a certain way and my clothes are on pictures. Oh my God, pictures. Anyway, whole nother topic. But yeah, that's where I am. That's what is happening. I am excited. Hopefully, if you all are in some kind of health and fitness, if you're on a journey, which I think we almost all are, I would love to hear from you. Like, what are you doing? Because maybe you can help me, fam. I need help, you know? I would love to hear tips like Nicole shared about the water. Thank you. Keep it coming. My intention is to I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy and I want to look healthy to me. Doesn't matter really to me about what anybody else thinks. I want to feel healthy and I want to look healthy. All right. So that is it. That is my update for now. Happy Friday. It is the end of May. We made it. Congratulations. I'm excited. I think one of the things that I just encourage is that really, I think one of the things, here's just a closing comment. I attended, as I told you all earlier, my godson's graduation, his kindergarten graduation. And one thing that I am reminded of is 10 out of 10 times, this young man is going to look at me in my eyes and say, TT, sweet, you are so beautiful. And so I have to remind myself that though I see my flaws and I get to kind of getting all weird about my flaws, there is a human being in this world with very innocent, pure eyes who looks at me and sees beauty. And that is really inspiring. And I'm in process, and I'd like for that at some point to just be me looking in the mirror going, girl, you are good. You're good. Until such time, I take that and I want to relish in it for a little while because it feels really good. So anyway, I will not go on. I am really excited about this journey, and I'm excited to I hope next week when I come back to talk to you all that I'm telling you how wonderful this week was. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see. Cross your fingers and your toes. Braid your hair. All right. So next week either will be my week 3 check-in or it'll be my hair because I need to do my hair today. And so I'm going to put some crochet hair in. And so either that video or my week 3 follow-up will be the next video. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. You've made it to this video. If you're not a subscriber, join the family. We would love to have you here. I really, really would love to have you. So thank you, and I will see you next week. Bye.